Hey, what up legends, how's it going? Today for Daily Deck Showcase we are going to be playing a beautiful mage deck that was created by pro player and fellow Canadian APX Void that I'll showcase in just a moment. We'll play a couple of games with that on the ladder and try to have some fun while doing so. Just before we actually get into the good gameplay here, all I have to mention is that tomorrow on the channel, celebrating all of you guys participating in the success of this channel, we're almost up to 22k subs here. I'll be giving away 40 Hearthstone card packs to one of you guys. If you're interested and would like to participate and not have a chance at getting those packs for yourself, all you have to do is be sub to the channel. If you're not already, A, what are you waiting for? It's free. And, you know, it's just a click away. And B, I would like for you to leave a comment down in the comment section below that would let me know what you think of APX's deck, and I'll enter you in the draw for those. So, good luck to you. And of course, good luck to your friends, because we all know that being friends is also providing others with good opportunities, and this is one not to miss. I mean, it's 40 packs. Still a pretty good deal. We'll go right away, play against a Shaman, and have a lot of fun with this. Do note that unlike other decks that play like this, we are running Archmage Antonidas and 2 Rebel Bouncers, which are pretty darn powerful. I'm not going to keep the Rebel Bouncer. I will keep the Giant. And yet, okay, I probably should have kept the Bouncer if I knew it was gonna get Antonidas there, but... Alright, so straight up, turn 1, I could get 2 spells in my hand. I will wait. This board is not very interesting. One thing to note is that we have a Sea Giant. Sea Giant usually is going to be quite easy to plug since we are running the mirror images. Oh, interesting. I can't really deal with that, so unfortunately I'll have to ping it, which means I'm going to take a bit of damage. And usually you don't really want to drop down this, the Mountain Giants, because we don't actually have Conjurer's Calling at the moment, so it's pretty darn weak. I will be able to drop one down next turn. It's probably gonna get hacked, not going to lie, but at least it gives me something to do, which is pretty good. Alright, so we'll play a Giant. Pass. Hope that the opponent does not get rid of it. First things first. Okay. Kind of called it. Kind of hate myself for calling it too. I guess I can just play Rebel Bouncer here. It's kind of weak, but at least it gives me a taunt minion to be placed down on the board. Another thing we could do is on turn 3. I'm sorry, on turn 3. Well, actually, on turn 7, we could even do it next turn, to be completely honest. But we could coin Antonidas, Elemental Evocation, and then play Mana Cyclone. My hand's gonna be pretty darn full, so I don't know if I exactly want to do that. It's a little weak. I am getting fireballs. On the other hand, that is pretty darn good. Alright. I guess that exists. I guess I also can play a Sea Giant here. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll go with the Sea Giants while there's stuff on the board. Get rid of that so it does not actually draw. Keep continually drawing from it. That would be pretty bad. Sea Giant is pretty nice here. Mind control. Okay, so there's a very high chance that he actually is running a very, very controlly deck. Oh, hey there. Alright, that's not so interesting. I guess I'll play the Sea Giant, so I'll have two. I'll ping the Wrath of Air Totem because I don't want to actively attack it, so I'll just try to ping it to death. Maybe that works. If he's gonna trade into my Giants, I'm pretty happy about the situation, to be completely honest. It's pretty good. Might be missing some damage onto it too, so I'll take... okay, I got this scheme. Shadow Walk might be an annoying possibility here. We'll see what happens. So we'll play the Archmage. We'll coin. We'll play Elemental Evocation. Play a Mana Cyclone. First, get a couple more cards. Play the other. This is starting to get really cheap, but yeah, I think Mountain Giant is pretty good here. Just put down a very, very powerful board, something that my opponent's gonna have difficulty dealing with. He's gotta kill Antonidas. I know I don't have the Conjurer's Calling in hand, but at this point, I don't feel like it matters too much. I can refill the board with Khadgar into unexpected results, if needs be. Extremely weak, of course, I understand that, but... Is that a double trade in Antonidas? Seems like it might be. That's a bit unfortunate. Didn't want to have to deal with that. I have 9 cards. I will play Arcane Intellect. I'm obviously hoping for the Conjurer's Calling. That's not so great. I guess I'll play Fireball on one. Alright, and I'll ping, because I don't want to mill myself. I'm really looking forward to that Conjurer's Calling. My opponent's only got 4 cards in hand, while I'm basically full. So I'll go along with that. Okay, so that's completely gone. Walking Fountain is dead. So, well, the first thing, to be completely honest, one of the first things I want to do is play the Arcane Intellect here. There it is. There it is. So, I guess I'll Khadgar. And Conjurer's Calling. Hey, look! I filled my board. So, unless he's got the other Agathas and it deals above 8, he's extremely dead. There might be a situation in which he actually has it. It is extremely unlikely, to be completely honest. Well. Actually, that is not super interesting. I can Ray of Frost. Ray of Frost again. Icicle. Waste the Fireball and just destroy the guy. There we go. This is why I really like this deck. Now, I know Apex Void did not create the archetype by itself, but he definitely made some changes, including Banana Buffoon, including the Archmage. I've not seen a list that actually runs Sandbinders either, which is quite interesting, to be honest. So, to be fair, I feel like this list is really darn powerful. Alright. A hunter matchup is going to be quite interesting. For the early game, from what I've read, the deck actually has a very slow early game. So don't expect to be aggressive like the previous versions of this deck. It's not going to work out too well for you. Usually you won't really do anything on turn 1 or 2. Maybe ping, that's pretty much it. Maybe ooze if you're playing against a rogue or whatnot. I mean, I'm sorry. You're not playing against rogue. Then you can, and you have the ooze, then you can play it. But don't keep, I mean, you can potentially keep it, but it's not always fantastic. Sorcerer's Apprentice is pretty decent. Turn 3 is also often a ping or a pass, depending. More often than not a ping. And you can also play Arcane Intellect, you can also play Luna if you have her. But this deck is really all about power plays. And as such, a bit different than what you'd usually expect. It is quite fun though. Oh, this has got to die. I'll play Sorcerer's Apprentice. A mirror image. I won't play Ray of Frost right now. Just in case I actually draw Mana Cyclone. We're not sure quite yet. Let the opponent kind of be annoying. Let's hope that one of those goes face. Perfect. Alright. So let's go with Arcane Intellect, see what we get. Okay. I'll just kill the Knife Juggler. Pass the turn. Can use that Sandbinder to get myself another Mountain Giant. Or a Cyclone, which would be pretty decent, to be honest. Okay. Sandbinder. Okay, it is the Cyclone. So, quite soon we'll be able to do a huge play with the Mana Cyclone. Reduce the cost of that Mountain Giant by an incredible amount. I'd like to draw my Conjurer's Calling. That is kind of a goal. Right, question is, does he use his bomb to kill that and leave the 1/1s alive? Or does he go all face? If I were him, I'd potentially just try to go all face. Since not much is quite dangerous on my side at the moment.
Ooh, I wonder what this does.
Okay, that's kind of annoying. I'm taking quite a bit of damage. Okay, so we've got Dios. So I guess I can Evocation. I guess I'll Ray of Frost a couple of things. Arcane Intellect, draw a couple cards. And then Mana Cyclone, fill up the rest of my hand. Did play an Elemental, so Scorch is going to be pretty cheap next turn, which is nice. Yeah, of course. Explodinator is in the way. Not gonna say no to this, so let's get rid of this real quick. Let's Magic Trick. Yeah, Elemental Evocation is pretty good. Play that. Play Mirror Entity, because why not? Play the Mana Cyclone. Okay, and then I can get rid of this. So that's 2 less damage than taking to the face. We've got 2 fireballs. That's direct damage. Pretty happy. The only issue I have really is that I didn't actually get a single Conjurer's Calling, which is pretty unfortunate. That is not really something I'm happy. On the other hand, Mirror Entity can be huge, so we'll see. Oh, that is a problem. That actually is a problem. We'll play a giant. Fireball trade. Don't like the fact, because it did not trigger Mirror Entity. It also means I have to get rid of everything on his side. And unless I get Ziliax, I'm not healing myself. So we have to close this extremely fast. Oh, those magnetizations hurt. I'm dead in like 2 turns. Right.
Unity, precision, perfection.
Never mind, I'm no longer dead in 2 turns. That is quite fantastic. I do have to ping. That's just obvious. So ping. Trade. Guess we'll go with the giant. And yes, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for the Conjurer's Calling, but I can't afford to wait until then. Oh, I'm going to have to Exploding Image just for the off chance that he does not kill Ziliax right now, that he has to put down something on the board and trade into it. And then I just have Splitting Image. And it just makes a copy of it. That'd be great. And most of the minions I'll have on the board are going to be high value targets anyway, so... Yeah, I could have taken 3 face damage.
I wonder.
Getting an extra Ziliax though. That's really darn good. If he loses solely because he put down that Ziliax, I will be extremely happy. Seems like he's trying to look for a solution there.
Well fought.
I think he did lose because of Ziliax. And that makes me all warm up inside. I'm so happy about that one. Alright. Already out of the gate, we do have a Mana Cyclone in opening hand, which is pretty darn good. We're playing against Rogue, so Mirror Image might be helpful. Conjurer's Calling, I'm not too sure, but I'll still keep, just in case I get a Mountain Giant. It is kind of like a key piece in the deck. It could be pretty interesting. One of my main issues is that, well, it's a Rogue, and we don't really have much to do in the first couple turns, apart from Arcane Intellect, of course. So, we'll have to deal with that one. If we ever get a Sorcerer's Apprentice, I'd be pretty happy. That lets us do some pretty crazy shenanigans with the Mana Cyclone, which is quite nice. Okay, our Intellect into Sendbinder. Not gonna say no to that. Also, those mirror images do help tremendously with a Sea Giant. Me putting down a Sea Giant is quite nice. Alright, what does he do here? Miscreant. Okay, okay, alright. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. South Sea will charge, I understand. Okay, so I believe I'll Magic Trick. Magic Trick again. I'm pretty mad about this, but I do feel like I have to play the Cyclone, unfortunately. Come on. We could have had a way bigger turn if we ever got that elemental evocation. That could have been fantastic, but my hand size is not incredibly interesting right now. Also, yeah, I'm just waiting for an opportunity for that Sea Giant. Especially one that he, you know, a point where he just can't kill my stuff. Okay, Rabble Bouncer is interesting. If I double Mirror Image... Listen, if I double Mirror Image right now, Sea Giant costs 4. That's not enough. I think I can play Sandbinder. And then Ray of Frost. Comes back. My Giant costs 3 next turn. I can play the Giant. Do some other shenanigans. We'll see. I am taking damage, and I need to get the big 7/8 taunts out of the Giant as soon as possible. This is my main goal right now. It's playing against Rogue, and it's not going to be super easy to kind of slow him down, specifically at this point in the game. Right, so he's gonna get the pirates out, isn't he? If he does that, then it's easy for me to get a Sea Giant out. Oh! Does he charge with it, is the question. What does he do? This? If his face? If his face. Okay, so I lose that. I'm gonna play Mountain Giant. I'm gonna play Mirror Image. I'm gonna play Mirror Image. And I'm going to get that Tome out. Get an Icicle, which is not very consequential right now, but I'll take it. I would assume it's kind of hard to go through 4 taunts. Or at least I definitely hope so. Okay, that's one. That's a second one. Right. Yeah, I definitely need those Giants to work out for me. Definitely need that to happen. Okay, so we got rid of all of those. Sea Giant, pretty cheap. I could also have played a Rabble Bouncer just to be sure, because there's a very high chance that I get nothing. No taunts. No. Well, in that case, I'll also play Rabble Bouncer and I'll trade. Yeah, I've got 3 taunts. There's still a chance that this work. Vanish would hurt ridiculously hard. Like, Vanish would probably be the worst thing that could happen to us at the moment. Right. Right. That's annoying. It's not specifically disgusting, but I can say that I'm a bit ticked off by this. As just said, I didn't specifically think that my opponent was going to run the Heist Baron right there. Okay. Well, let's go with a Khadgar. That's always pretty good. So we'll Conjurer's Call. Fill up the board. Oh, dude. Taunts. Okay. So we basically got this then. Ray of Frost this. we are going to Icicle. Well, no, I don't need to. I can just ping it. And, right. Apart from Vanish and him having lethal immediately, I don't really see what he can do to actually come back from this. Because I can straight up just put all of these guys down next turn. If he does get the Vanish anyway. So it's not super interesting. Right. So it kind of felt a little scary earlier, but due to the fact that you can get these pretty consistently, aka 50-50, on each of the summons you get, deck works decently well, even against rogues, which we see a lot of at the moment. So I definitely recommend giving this deck a try. It is worth it. Now, even though the deck actually costs whopping 10k dust, which is pretty expensive, I do believe it is still a very, very good option on the ladder rate. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you have not already. See you guys in the next one.